I was always pretty bad at drawing torsos, so I decided to change that. I spent the whole week researching and practicing, and not only have I found the solution to my problems, but I also found a secret weapon that sounds too good to be true, even though it sort of destroyed my self-esteem in the process.
Baby infant brain.
I am Javi, I'm a professional illustrator and a YouTuber, and these are the 3 secrets I found to draw the torso. Let's start with part 1. See, the problem that I have when drawing torsos is that I always start with a box. And I think that this box is the source of every problem that I have. Because after I do the box, the muscles in the body feels like they were just painted over the box, and it's not very pleasing or very natural. Thankfully, most of the videos that I found on torsos pointed me towards this. This is the bean. And the thing I love the most about this bean is that everyone can draw it and it solves almost every problem that I have with the torso. How? Well, let me show you. The torso is made of 2 shapes, the ribcage and the abdomen. The ribcage is hard and the abdomen is flexible, twisty and stretchy. The bean is a great tool for drawing the torso because it makes those 2 volumes easy to understand as one while also showing how they affect each other. Can you tell what the torsos are doing here? Was it this? The bean works for every case unless you're drawing someone standing super straight, which on a profile is still the bean. But the bean is not enough, and if you're paying attention, you see that I'm doing something else here. I'm talking about cross contours. You can see this line, the cross contour, in all of the reference that I'm drawing, but as you can also see in the reference, the bean exaggerates the motion of the body. And that's okay, because when figuring out a body and the pose that you want to draw, exaggerating the poses and the movements are key for creating a natural movement. Especially twisting, which our bodies do a lot, except, well, during office hours, you know? That's when this line, the cross contour, helps us define both the volume and the twist. I learned about cross contours in a human anatomy course by Robert Marzullo that you can find at today's sponsor, Skillshare. You know about Skillshare, right? It is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of courses on illustration, film, design, and freelancing. I'm still amazed by the amount of courses over there. I'm always working on my figure drawing, especially gesture drawing, which is something that I love, but I have some problems with. And I found this course by JW Drawing with some great tips on gesture drawing. But you know, looking at a long list of classes might sound overwhelming, and sometimes you want someone to hold your hand in your education. And if that happens to you, Skillshare has Paths, which are curated sequential class collections for mastering specific skills, like becoming a freelance illustrator like I am, or mastering Procreate, which I could really use because I don't get along with Procreate at all. And if you don't get along with any particular software like I do, Skillshare now lets you search classes by software. So you should really hurry to click on the link in my description because the first 500 that do will receive 1 month free trial of Skillshare. So go click and start learning. Learning. Oh yeah, the torso. So now you know about the bean and the cross contours, so let's just move to the second part of this video. Because while my torso has looked like a bean in some time in the past, we should also use it to draw all type of bodies. And to do that, we need to place some muscles on top of the bean. Wait, if you're placing muscles in part 2, then what is part 3? Well, you'll see. So, for placing muscles, a lot of the other teachers recommend a box for the upper torso. But as I said before, this is where I failed. The moment I draw this box, all the muscles looked painted over the box. But still, a ribcage with muscles is a lot boxier than a round ribcage by itself, and a lot boxier than the bean. So there must be a way to solve this without using boxes, right? Well, there is. It just so happens that this solution is not in the torso at all, because most of the muscles in your upper torso are there to move your arms and shoulders, so just add shoulders to the bean. The line between the shoulders will give your upper torso a sense of direction that it didn't have before. So now you have a line on the shoulders and the cross contour. And now we can attach all of these muscles to the bean and the shoulders. This is the tough part, I know, but trust your lower part of the bean a bit. We have a bean, a cross contour, and the shoulders. The cross contour follows the sternum and then it goes through the middle of the abs. The top is almost all pectoral muscles on the front, and if you're drawing women, you just draw the breasts. And if you don't know how, I have a very old video that I'm going to link somewhere here. With that said, the square ribcage is super easy to do. Just try to make it pop on the sides a little bit. Remember that you can also use the bean to create some really bad postures. I mean, this one on the right, that's my posture. But you can also place with the size and shape of the bean to do other body types. But here's the thing though. If this is still too complicated for you, there's an even easier way. This is part 3, the Becker shape. Here's the thing I love about animators. They don't draw one figure drawing a day. They need to draw 200 and they need to find a way to do it well every time. And for torsos, some animators use this shape. I decided to call this the Becker shape for Ethan Becker. He made a video about this shape and how it can be used to depict the torso from basically any angle. It feels like a trick, but it isn't. And if you don't like being insulted...
Crayon brain. For your little stupid eyes, you're so stupid.
Please calm down. I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. Now, once you choose the shape, you need to choose where you want to put the shoulder. You draw a circle there, and that's it. Do you see it? Do you see it? It drives me crazy because every time I am like, nah, this can't be it. Well, it is. You can even twist it and it still makes sense. And if you really look at it, it feels like it is a very square version of the bean's silhouette. It even has the pinch between the two volumes. Oh wait, I think I have it. Mother. Even when I'm thinking about more extreme angles, it's just a matter of compressing the shape to get it right. I think that for some fast sketching, this is definitely 100% the way to go. But I also like how the bean adds a lot more volume to the shape of the torso. For rounder characters, this shape might work as a first step, but you may have to go over it again when you want to add some volume. And even Ethan Becker clarifies that this shape is just a quick armature for getting the gesture right. After this, you will always need to go over it again to define the volumes and the shapes. But still, I really love these kind of inventive shapes that solve a problem that I used to have. Like that one time that I discovered that in order to draw feet, I needed to just draw a duck. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, you should. And you should also watch this video, and you can watch it right here.